G'day. Normally I wouldn't do an Apple or video on Apple hardware, but this particular event in Apple history is fairly hard to ignore. This computer here is it's an Apple MacBook Pro, early 2006 model. Yeah, just first little quick overview on the machine. It's got MagSafe, the original MagSafe 1, USB, microphone and headphone, PC card, IR for an Apple remote, lid open latch button thing with an LED, slot loading DVD drive, Kensington lock, USB, Firewire 400, Ethernet and digital DVI. That actually has a late 2006 model, which is pretty much identical to this, except for the fact that it's got on the side, on this side, it's also got Firewire 800, I think. If it's not that, then I'll say what it is in the description. But anyway, popping the lid open. A lot of people who are used to more modern Apple hardware have told me that, or have had a hard time believing that this is actually an Apple piece of Apple hardware. But either way, I guess if you compare this to a newer MacBook Pro, thanks to my neighbours for donating this here, or giving this here to me. They were getting rid of it, they were getting a new one, and they gave me this old one, so yeah, it's actually a fairly smooth computer to use, but probably wouldn't replace it anytime soon with, or replace my HP laptop anytime soon, but with that, but either way, it's a mid-2012 MacBook Pro, so very last model before they had the high-resolution screens on them, and did away with the DVD drive. But either way, yeah, what's significant about this computer here is it was released January the 10th, well, this model was released January the 10th, 2006. So almost 15 years ago was when Apple sort of made the switch from PowerPC to Intel. So this here is an Intel Core Duo processor. Give it a bit of a run to demonstrate. This is one of the older, really old ones that had a CCFL backlit LCD panel in it. So yeah, color temperature is a bit warm, but either way, getting into Mac OS X. And then about this Mac, 10.4.11 I'm running on here, 2 GHz Core Duo and 2 GB of DDR2 RAM, and copyright 1983 to 2007. So yeah, I'm running Tiger on here. So yeah, it's the last version of Mac OS X to have one of the abstract aqua wallpapers on it. So here's aqua blue and then aqua graphite, and then to match that, set that to graphite as well. One of the things that was also cool about this was the last release to actually have the blue or grey Apple logo on it. But yeah, either way, it's fairly cool. The old Mac OS versions, far from usable, but these days. But the oldest one I've found to be actually usable, I'll have a browser that works, is 10.6.8 Snow Leopard. So yeah, I've also got this dual booted with 10.5.8 Leopard. So yeah, have a look at that as well. This thing also has a 320 gig SATA hard drive in it. I think it's by Hitachi or something like that. What was it, Western Digital or Seagate? No, I think it's Hitachi. But yeah, either way, yeah, it's Leopard. So yeah, this thing also has software updates. This thing was found on the side of the road, as is. The charger and bag, but either way, yeah, checking for new software. This thing was actually sort of put out of service in around 2011, from what I can gather based on software updates. That was the last time it was updated. Because it has all these updates from 2011 to install and all that. So either way, probably do those a little later on. But either way, to show the Apple logo, this is the next release after Tiger. And then appearance, it's blue, and then graphite, and then graphite there again. Highlight colour changes, but the Apple stays as it is. So yeah, a little bit boring, but either way, this isn't any more usable than Tiger, because the latest running Camino browser on here, which would have worked for the time, but even that's a bit dated now. But that's the newest browser I can get working on here. So to get something that works better, I'd have to, or to get a browser that works better, I'd have to upgrade this to the Snow Leopard. So yeah, either way, yeah, I thought it'd be kind of cool to do. Yeah, as I said, don't hate Apple hardware, but don't love it. Works alright, I guess. iMovie on that, I'll have to admit, is very smooth. So yeah. To keep it all Apple themed, I thought I might edit this video on iMovie, and again, to keep it more Apple themed, I've borrowed Dad's iPhone and filmed it on here, because the phone I have is Android. So yeah, no, hope that was interesting, and thanks for watching. Also, another thing I wanted to point out before I go is that yeah, it's 15 years ago, around about now, that Apple made the switch to Intel, and then 15 years later they celebrate by switching over from Intel to Apple Silicon. So yeah, they're going back to a non x86 architecture. So yeah, don't quite know what to think about that, but given the fact that I don't really use, well, I only use that just for GarageBand and iMovie, both of which does fine and all that. I don't really see. Yes, it's not something that really phases me, but just sounds like Apple being Apple, really. So yeah. Either way, yeah, I don't really follow Apple hardware all that much since I've gone over to Apple Silicon, but either way, thanks for watching.